All right, guys, welcome back into hour number 2 of whatever the fuck week this is of RollPlay Solum. Someone roll initiative. That's not me or Ryan.
Jen. Jen.
Oh, she's
Jen.
doing it. She's muted.
Oh, I'm muted. Sorry. 8.
Better
Much
than-
better than everyone.
Again. Seeing their leader fall, they pass their morale check with flying colors. In fact, they're enraged that their leader has taken a turn. All the archers turn towards Victorian, and they unleash a full volley at him.
Now, is his back
His back is to... No, he's got 2 on his...
flank and then
Oh,
two
yeah,
behind
he
him?
was... Yeah, he's got 2 on his flank, 2 behind him. It should be more like this that he's facing, yeah. Flank and back. Flank attack would be...
Whoops.
15, 15... No, the 15 misses. These things, though, are... No, the arrows stick in your armor all over the place. You look like a porcupine at this point. You've got arrows coming in out all over the place.
But I'm completely fine.
Yeah, you don't take any damage. This poor guy goes and takes a wild stab at Spades. Wild stab is a success. Spades, what is your armor class, please?
18, because now I'm on the ground.
You're on the ground. All right, it is not a critical despite its natural 20 status. He stabs you for 3 damage.
I look at him and I'm like, you shouldn't have done that.
Meanwhile, this other little guy bolts up next to Victorian and takes another stab at your horse. Hits your horse. Does not critical your horse, though. But your horse takes another... Oh my god, that guy is gone forever. Horse takes another 3 damage.
How many? 2?
3.
Okay.
You know what you should do, Neil?
What?
You should lower your floors to where it's angled and then put a cup at the end so any dice that roll off the...
Yes. I'm just going to go lower the floor of my house, guys.
Yeah,
Right back.
no problem.
It's not a big deal, you know.
I mean, you just moved there. Fuck it, who
Some
cares?
guy on the internet can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do it in an afternoon.
Just build yourself a stand for your chair.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
Build yourself a battle station for your chair.
All right, the horse is down to 7 health.
All right. Tariq, you still have 3 guys on you.
It's
One
our
in
turn?
the front, one in the back, one in the front side. Guy in the front stabs at you, misses. The guy in the back or side goes for your horse again, hits him. Your horse takes 3, and the guy in the back, 13, 14, 15 is a miss. Ugh. The guy in the back plinks off of your scale mail armor or your 3/4 plate armor with a satisfactory ha. Party's turn.
Sorry, so I take no damage.
No damage. 0 damage.
Shall I roll another 10?
Yeah, do it.
What? No. You're attacking, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's our turn to attack.
my fault. I'll attack. I want to do a cleave against the guy I injured, Neil.
Okay. There's no one within range that can be cleaved into. You have to do like there's
And
only
you
a
already said he
small
can't 'cause
area.
he's on a
but you
horse.
cleave, and you're on a horse, and you're attacking down. Cleave, you have to attack sideways.
I'd like to do an overhead chop on the injured little man.
Okay. Overhead chop. Chop.
22.
22 is a hit.
9 damage.
Split his skull in twain. Anyone other than Tariq?
Yeah, sure. I'll go. Can I cleave the 2 if I move a bit, or is that impossible?
Yeah, you could step in front of. You could do this.
What
As
if I go diagonally? Can I go, like, there?
No.
Okay. Then I'll go there. And then I'll cleave.
Yeah.
And I fail.
You
Yeah,
are
the-
having a tough
Steph.
time.
You're
It
doing what
started
we like
so
to call a Vincent.
What is your saving throw versus death? What is the actual number?
It's the same as everyone else's.
11.
I don't
13,
remember.
isn't it?
11.
11. Save versus death. 11.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for a cleave, you're making a pretty wide swing. You slam your axe into one of your horse's forelegs. Roll
Is-
damage to your horse.
Are you right or left-handed, Jim? I'm gonna lawyer this.
I'm using both hands.
Oh, it's a two-handed.
Two-handed, and she's right-handed.
Okay, so yeah. Well, no, if she's
So,
doing
I
that,
really
then she would be swiping down to the left, meaning it would hit
No.
Vincent.
Yes, from the right to the left. So it's like the before it hits the.
Oh, it's the pre,
Or the-
not the post.
Right.
Yeah.
D10 plus 2, really?
No, your horse is size large. It would be 2d8 plus 2.
Oh, much better, huh?
Roll low. Oh,
6.
that's pretty low.
Rolled low.
6 damage to your horse. It's nice.
My poor baby has 4 HP.
Did,
Your
we-
horse like, what the fuck?
did you name your horse?
Esteban.
Esteban.
Okay.
Esteban's a war horse, right?
Yeah.
In fact, you're all riding war horses, right?
Yeah.
Everyone except for, I think Tariq has a rider horse or somebody.
Did you give me a war horse? You tell me.
I have a warhorse.
Oh no, you did not have a war horse, Zanzel.
Okay, I just had a riding horse.
I think it's Ron and Zanzel that do not have war horses.
Ron is going to ride up alongside the one that's next to me. You'll have to move him. I can't.
As
he'll
you ride,
swipe.
you swings the sword.
23.
23 does not crit, but is a hit. Actually, you should get a +1 for flank, bring it to 24. It doesn't matter, still not a crit.
D plus 3?
Yeah.
Or is that right? Yeah.
8 plus 3.
7 damage to that one.
The orc or the hobgoblin falls to the ground. Blood spraying across the floor.
And then I will swipe at the last remaining, or not swipe, I'll stab Phallus into the last remaining one here. D20 plus 13, 31.
Thrusting. Oh my god. That clears by 15, so max damage
4d6 plus 5.
46, yeah.
Okay, he just takes 20 damage.
He just dies.
Okay. Do I have my second attack or a half move or nothing?
You have a second attack or a half move, whichever you'd like. You can finish that.
What?
You could finish off your horse, I bet.
Thanks, Neil. I'll start walking towards the enemy. I'll go here.
Okay.
Well, should I
you're-
do
you killed
those?
anybody,
Actually,
Jeff?
I'll do this one. Actually.
You're a dwarf. You can only move 3 squares, but you're encumbered, right? You're at You're at light.
Light.
So you can only move 5 squares. Your movement rate's down to 5. You got half move is half of 5, so 2.5 squares. You can move 3 squares.
No, whoops.
1.
1, 2, 3.
Going 2 squares diagonal is 3 points of movement. So you can go there.
What if I go there? Can I go there? Wait,
No.
where was I? Okay.
You were here.
Okay, sorry.
Here, you can go 1,
Okay,
1.5, and you have 1 more point of movement that you can use.
Okay, I'll go there.
All right. Is that everyone in the party?
Not me.
Except for Zanzel. What are you doing?
You said I can move 6. Actually, I can move
6.
12, but
Yeah.
I move right here behind this tree, and I shout in Goblin, surrender.
Damn.
Okay.
As ferociously as possible. Can I roll a charisma to see what it sounds like?
Sure. If you succeed on your charisma check, I'll give you a bonus to their whether or not they surrender. If you fail on your charisma check, they get a penalty, or you get a penalty on whether they fail. Run away. Look, success is good. Failure is bad.
Yeah.
There we go.
27.
Success. You yell at them loudly and semi-intimidatingly.
Okay.
Okay, the archers get their second volley, or their other volley. Still aiming directly at Victarion.
The fierce 90-year-old man.
Except one of them
exactly.
can't hit Victarion because Ron is in the way. So that one returns back to his former target of Tariq. That is on the side. Oh, shit. Tariq. That is a 21 against. Your armor class is 17.
Yes.
Damn it! Not a critical.
Tariq don't care.
Damn it!
Tariq
care.
don't care.
Tariq, you take
Give me-
5 damage from the not
Alright.
critical.
What are you at, Ryan? HP.
39.
It's okay.
Is-
The
There's no
dragon is
dragons
on
or
its way.
bosses around.
The dragon is on its way.
I'm
Ryan,
good.
Ryan, you should always just walk with that shield behind you at all times. Just get it like somehow attached to your back, to where your entire back is one solid flat object, and you can't sit down ever.
Did the rest of them shoot, Neil?
Yeah, the rest of them shot. 18 against Victorian from the back is a hit because you don't have dex or shield for back attack. But the flank attack misses. But you do get 1 arrow in the back for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Next round initiative.
Jeff's the only one that hasn't done it yet.
I'll do it.
You got this.
What is with our rolls today? It's just
I don't
think
wanna go
this
first,
proves
Neil.
I'm rolling best right now.
All right. The 2 spearmen both stab at Tariq's horse this time.
What's up with
One
them
of them
and
hits.
horses?
They have to attack the horse because on
8
foot.
damage to your horse, Tariq.
Okay. I actually don't know how much my horse has HP wise.
And then the guy that's behind you just fucking turns and runs. Rah! You would get an attack of opportunity, but he's behind you, so you can't actually reach him.
Okay.
He bolts. The guy on the side takes a few steps backwards to try and get away from you, but he can't get too far because he's backing up. There should be horse HP on your character sheet, second page. Right side. Under Mount Pet.
Yeah, I just never recorded it. I think it was like 16. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Let's just roll
Sure.
3d8, and whatever you come up with, you get for your horse's HP.
Okay. I thought it was plus something because it's a war horse.
It might be 3d8 plus 1 or 2. Let me double check.
Well, there's the roll. Oh.
Oh,
It actually... It was like 15 though. Like,
we
it
all
was
rolled
like-
really well on our HP.
Oh man,
You should have written it
Wait,
down.
now.
Though. That's your fault.
plus 3.
It dies. But like it's at 0, so can I bring it back?
If you can properly bandage it up and everything. Meanwhile, do you have a horseback riding proficiency, Tariq?
Hold on. Fucking thing. Okay, horseback riding
You're gonna lose a
proficiency.
leg.
I have animal lore.
No, that is not sufficient. Tariq, give me a
My
dexterity.
chat all says it's 17. It was 17. Everybody
Too
said
late, man. You
Hey.
rolled for it.
You know what?
Ow!
Don't forget these things. Write them down. This is your penalty for forgetting.
You don't
Okay.
even
Give me a
have a
dexterity
horse.
check,
so it's
Tariq,
like-
as your horse topples to the side.
Hold
This
on.
is totally a scripted Ryan thing, though. Like,
Turns
I
out it
know.
was like an antelope or something.
27.
Okay. You manage to roll off of your horse as it slams into the ground without taking any damage. You're over there now. Let's see. The 2 hobgoblin archers on your side of the road just turn and run. Rah! Rah! And the 2 on the opposite side of the road each take a shot at Victorian.
They're brave.
Cringing as their arrows once again deflect off of your boule shield.
Okay. So is it our turn now?
It is your turn, party.
I turn the horse over in their direction, and I move, as far as I can. What is that like?
Your horse is a medium war horse, I believe, right?
It has movement 18, is what it says.
Yes, movement 18. So you can move 18 squares and make an attack with your horse.
18 squares?
And make an attack. Yeah, horseback is fucking awesome, dude.
My God.
There's no. Yeah,
I move up right. Actually, I move up. How about that? In between them?
you ride between them.
Yeah, because I want to get an attack of opportunity when the other one runs.
And you.
I plunge Phallus into the one
Plunge your phallus into him.
23.
23 as a blow, as a correct hit.
Just a hit.
Yeah, just a hit.
11 damage.
11 damage. The hobgoblin crumbles, running down his throat as phallus gets ripped out of him.
Ron rides up to the other one, I guess.
Yep,
You can move that far.
sure.
Takes his swipe with his sword.
+1 for flank.
21.
Hit.
D8 plus 3. And he does 4 damage. a little bit less.
Okay. Spades, Zanzil to reach.
Alright. If I run forward, can I try to launch something like my hand axe or something else? Or
Yes,
anything?
you can throw your hand axe. It has a range of whatever it says, 10, 20, 30
I like
yards.
the mental image of little 3-foot spades. Like,
Can I tear up the arrow that was in my armor that we stated earlier and throw it at them?
think about
Yeah,
that.
you can absolutely throw an arrow at them.
Will it do
Is that-
damage? I don't care.
Absolutely not.
How much.
It will not even reach
They'd
him.
have to be like next to you, like 5 feet.
I
away.
waited to see where that was going before I
I tried.
guffawed.
All right, so I'm gonna throw my.
You know what?
throwing
Next
axe.
time you guys ask, I'm just gonna say, go ahead and do it, and we'll see how it turns
Yeah.
out.
I don't
That's
care.
how we're
what
gonna
it
handle
does.
these things in the future.
Joke's on you, though, because in her
Okay.
backstory, one of her arms is a bow. She had it fucking surgically replaced.
Yeah.
All right, hand axe.
Throw it. It's at medium range, so -2 to hit.
So it's D20 plus 5 plus 6 minus 2. D20 plus 4.
Where's the 6 come into play?
Because
Either way.
Hobgoblin.
Oh, yes. There you go. Your hand axe goes end over end and clatters into the archer's stud leather armor without doing any damage to it.
I'll attack.
Zanzil.
I
What's
want
re-
to. I want to peer around this this tree that I'm at
Hmm.
and look at the road to see if they had targets that they were trying to trap.
You look down the road and it looks pretty open. You don't see
Both
anyone.
ways.
Yeah, both ways look wide open.
Okay. I'm still on my horse.
Hmm.
I go and collect Spades' horse and walk it over to her.
Okay.
And I have
There
a
you
20
go.
riding of land if you want me to test that, Neil.
No, you can just ride the horse over. Grab it by the reins and walk it. Not a big deal.
Okay.
The archer's second shot. God,
The one that's right next to me.
one that's right next to you. He drops his bow to the ground, goes down on his knees, puts his hands above his head, and croaks out something in Hobgoblin.
Can I hear it?
Give me a perception check. 25 or higher.
I can hear it.
You can hear it. It sounds similar, but not exactly like the goblin word for forgiveness or mercy or something along those lines. It's similar, but different, not quite the same.
Okay. I just screamed to Victorian across the road what he is saying.
Yeah, you speak Hobgoblin, do you, friend?
Just goblin. It's close enough to the word, though. You can do whatever you want. I don't really care.
Okay. Without breaking eye contact with Zanzil, then I just plunge Phallus into the back of his neck.
So, okay, just like that? Just, okay, well, just kill him. Roll the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you want me
I
to
mean,
roll? He's surrendered?
Like he's
All
fucking on his head's bowed. You plunge a sword through the back of his neck, snapping his spine. He dies.
Yeah. I got a
he's
24 anyways.
Doesn't
So
matter.
that's the last of them.
Yeah.
I dismount and just kind of leisurely check their pockets in person for anything
Yeah.
of value, I guess.
I take out the arrow I had on my armor. I stab it in the eye of the dead captain, and then I loot his body.
Okay. Perception checks, those of you that are looting, which is just the two of you.
Can I attack before that happens, or
They're all dead.
Sure. What are you-
What about the
attacking?
guys that are still on the screen, like this guy?
Oh, yeah,
this
they're
guy?
running. They're running.
I want to ride up to. I want to catch up to them and murder them.
You want to run after them.
No, I want to gallop after them.
Your
You don't
horse
have
is dead.
Oh, right. I fucking bandaged my horse. I forgot about I bandaged my horse.
All right. So you take off your cloak. You're like, what's your horse's name?
We only named Esteban.
Buttercup! Don't die,
No,
Buttercup! And you
it's
try,
not
like,
Buttercup. It's not
It's
Buttercup.
Buttercup.
It's like
Roll.
Astley,
with
Astley,
5
don't die on
HP,
me, Astley!
with
So you
5
start-
HP, it's probably Buttercup.
Do you have a healing proficiency?
I have animal lore.
Give me an intelligence check to see if you can properly bandage your horse.
Okay.
Can I see this from across the road?
Yeah.
Can I make an action this round?
32.
Not a problem. Yes, you
Oh,
can make an
never
action. You get your bandage and you wrap it around the horse's mid or your cloak and wrap it around the horse's midsection, but it doesn't go all the way across. You pull out some rope and some other things, and you get it nice and tight on the horse. And you're like, "Don't die, Buttercup! Don't die."
I ride across the road and just make sure that the horse is okay. Can I do anything extra with a healing proficiency?
This is. It's the next round. Yeah, give me a successful healing proficiency check. Roll one.
Okay. Whoops. Wait, I could just do this. 23.
Success. Roll D3.
2.
The horse regains 2 HP. It lost 1 at the start of this round, regains 2 now. The horse is at 1 HP.
I do my best to calm the horse and make sure that.
It starts to get up and then it goes and just lays down,
Yeah.
being exhausted and badly hurt.
Did I find anything on the people I looted?
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
they rolled perception. Forgot about that. Sorry.
Yes.
16 and a 27.
Right. So, Victorian, you go through the belongings and you find 41 silver coins
Cheapers.
and, wow, 20 gold coins.
Okay, and how many aquamarines?
Ah,
Okay, thank you.
Spades. You start going through this guy's possessions. He's got a nice suit of chainmail on. He's got some rings on his hand that look kind of like rings that he's taken off other people. Some of them are a little bit tight. Some of them are a little bit loose. He's got a pouch full of coins and a what do we call this thing? A golden goblet or a chalice, or it's a nice fancy cup made out of seemingly gold, or at least plated in gold.
okay. I take the rings, the coins, and the golden goblet.
Okay. All right, you get yourself 13 gold, 24 silver, and the 2 rings.
Someone in
And-
chat said, "You find a combat shovel."
Alright.
Okay. Once we do that again, I just kind of saddle up and
I get my axe back and I jump on my horse. And I pet it a little bit to apologize.
Your horse is pretty badly wounded. Tariq's horse is not rideable for today. It needs at least a full day. It was a rest before it can get up and do anything.
okay. I ride over to Tariq and find out, and he's like sobbing. Is he sobbing softly into the side of the horse, or how's that work?
Tariq, unless you want to say something, I'll make it up for you. Tariq was bawling his eyes out over his horse, but he's regained his composure. The horse is alive. He's like, okay, you'll make it, Buttercup. She'll be okay. We just need a day. Can we wait 1 day for Buttercup?
Fucking Buttercup.
All right, we can. Let's make camp here then, friends. I've been meaning. I apologize. You guys don't know this about me. Some of you don't. I make an incredible squirrel stew, and I have been neglecting you guys this.
Sweet.
So I kind of set
if-
up camp, and then I want to go get some squirrels.
If anyone needs some chainmail, there's some on the dead captain's body. I also
We should
got
get that to
some.
sell, right? That's
There's
your
chainmail
loot, friend.
on a lot of their bodies. All the spearmen had chainmail. The bowmen had studded leather.
We should maybe collect their bodies and bring them to camp use them for fire. I don't know. Get them off the road.
You're right. We should clear up this mess. As long as nobody else claims them, I'm not gonna like push someone over to grab it. But I'll take like 2 things of plate mail or
Chainmail.
chain mail, and I'll put them over the back of my horse to take
Do you
it.
stack these on top of the captain?
Yeah, I treat them just like baggage.
You're just like, hold this.
Yep.
Okay.
While we're making camp, I guess I take him off the horse and sit him up next to a tree, and tell him not to move. And then I take the rope and tie it around the tree as well.
Okay. All right. You grab 2 suits of chainmail, toss it. I guess you take it off the horse now that you're making camp. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Then we just make camp, I think. And I'm gonna go get some the necessary stuff for squirrel soup. Do you want me to make the roll for dexterity now?
Yeah.
Don't fail me now.
Nice. You make delicious squirrel soup.
I warm it up and I hand each I do the thing where I kneel in close to them and give them a serving.
Yeah. I take the serving with the goblin cup. I drink from it.
While Victorian is off collecting the squirrels, I would assume the captain's there by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just tied up against a tree, gagged.
Probably Ron's with him, I would say.
I I walk over to him and Ron's there with him.
I would say so. I'd probably tell him to
Okay,
stay.
I'm just like, Ron, if he screams or whatever, just kill him. Just get rid of him, okay? Well, not kill him, but hurt him. I don't want him to scream, all right? I'm going to take the gag out of his mouth.
The general looks at you, eyes squinting. What do you want, old man?
I look at him and I'm like, so why do these people all hate you? Why
What
is
do you mean?
Verossi so bad?
She is the goddess of destruction and death.
Well, there's many gods of blah, 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 blah. Why do you worship her?
What's your angle?
I'm just curious. I don't have an angle. I'm just an old man.
I joined up with Verossi, the same reason that most people do. For honor, for glory, for might, power, wealth, reputation. And
So
I had
you-
it all
do you-
until you guys came through.
Well, you're the one that went all crazy. We just wanted to bring you to this prince guy.
Like Prince Zeldir has any real say over the matter? He's
I
just
mean, I
a
don't know
trashy
either
little
way.
kid.
I don't know either way. So you don't
No.
really care for this Verossi person?
Our Dark Lord Verossi is a powerful and mighty goddess.
Okay. I look at Ron. I'm like, what about, is this Verossi really as scary as he says?
Ron nods slowly and says, yeah. Her armies have taken over, well, the entire world that I've ever seen.
Okay.
She has mighty generals on many fronts, and hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people in her army.
All right.
Yes, she's terrifying.
All right. Well, thank you for the information. I just put the gag back in his mouth while he's talking. Then I walk off.
Okay.
I want to examine the goblin artifacts to look and see if I notice anything religious on them.
Okay.
Just as like for example, Spades is drinking from it, things like that. If I see
You do
anything.
not find any religious significant items on him,
Okay.
on any of the goblins. Anything else?
I put the rings on.
Okay, they're on your fingers now.
Okay.
So I guess I after I talk to the captain, I'm just like, Ron, come move these bodies for me. I can't. I'm 90 years old, man. Come on. I just ask him to like pull all of the different bodies over to the fire.
Okay, you stack all the bodies by the fire.
Okay, that's all I wanted to do.
Okay. Are you burning the bodies, or are you just stacking them?
Not burning them yet. We'll wait till we leave.
Okay. Cool. Anything else you guys want to do?
I don't think so.
I make this great soup, and we just kind of spend the night, I guess, resting up and patching up.
Okay. Yeah, it's it's not even evening yet. It's still after late morning, not even afternoon. So you spend the rest of the day just kind of resting, relaxing. You've been pushing yourselves pretty hard for the past 3 days to get here. So you take your time, and
Does anyone pass
it's
by?
like good R&R. How close to the road do you make camp?
At least 50 yards off.
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay. People, you guys are off in the woods, so it's difficult to see the road, but you do see a covered wagon, go driving by a few hours later, headed south.
Okay, it doesn't stop or anything though.
No. They don't notice you, and they just keep on driving.
Okay.
Could be the
What
different
race?
timeline.
Do we see if it's Vorasi or anything? Does it look fancy or cheap?
It looks like,
merchant?
the standard peasant driving his wares to town. Yeah, you got over the next few hours, you see a lot of people traveling through. But unless you want to stop any of them, they don't interact with you.
Do we see
No, we
any
just keep to
Vorasi?
ourselves.
No one is waving a Rossi flag and walking down the
Okay.
road.
Okay.
I'm Verasi here. Everyone, I'm Verasi.
No, it's a valid question. I mean, armies
Because
do
I had,
move,
like,
they
big
wave
I'm just
banners.
making
Something.
satire. It's what I do, man.
It's not acceptable, Jeff. Can't you understand you're hurting people's feelings here?
I hope
Think
not.
of the children, Jeff. Think of the children.
Think of the dead children you killed earlier.
No.
Dead
No,
child. Only killed one.
Dead child, yeah. Just one.
Okay.
It's all it takes. Okay.
So, anything else, or are you guys going to wait for the next day?
I think we're waiting.
Wait, yeah.
All right. Next day dawns, and you guys continue your journey back to Artros.
Do
Your
I
horse
get
is well enough
spells?
to ride. Yes, you can get spells.
Okay, I'll message you.
Your horse is well enough to ride, although it definitely needs some real R&R in the future. And you
Mine?
continue avoiding towns and going around. Bogley is a pretty big city. Well, it's it's a medium-sized city, but it has a very large area, and there's a lot of farms and rural areas around it. To avoid Bogley is going to take like a full day in and of itself to like walk all the way around it.
Take a
Just
full
as
day
a
to
heads up.
When we passed through it, same kind of question that JP asked earlier. What kind of city was it?
Bogley is a medium city, population 15,000-ish.
Verasi present, everything like that, though.
Verasi presence is indeed there, but this whole region is kind of self-ruled, so you see a lot of non-Verasi personnel off in the distance as you're like observing it from afar.
Zanzo, can you make other people invisible? You can, can't you?
Yeah, of course.
How about you make the general invisible and we just pass through the town to save time?